Jai Hind students, welcome to physics class of grade 12. Last time we were discussing about the concept of the electric potential, and we have done electric potential due to a point charge is given as V equals to K Q by R, where K is Coulomb's constant, Q is the charge and R is the distance between the charge and the point where electric potential has to be calculated. Now we have to derive the same expression but in terms of the position vector. So let's derive expression of electric potential at a point due to a point charge in terms of position vectors. So let O is the origin, A is the point where Q charge is placed, and P is the point where we have to calculate the electric potential due to this point charge Q. Now join AP such that vector AP equals to vector R. Now I have to express in terms of the position vectors. So but let me calculate what is this vector R. In triangle OAP, R1 plus R, what is the R1 and R? Are they in same order? Yes, they are in same order because on this arrow tail is falling. So what we say, they are in same order. It equals to R2. Why it equals to R2? Because it is in opposite order. The reason is that two arrowheads, they are facing one another. So I can calculate this R equals to R2 minus R1, and what is the magnitude of R? It equals to R2 minus R1. Now what I have to do? I have to calculate electric potential at point P in terms of position vector. Let electric potential at point P due to this point charge is V. Formula you know, K Q by R. What is R? R is magnitude of vector R2 minus R1. So what can I say? V equals to K Q R2 minus R1. So what this is? This is the electric potential at a point due to a point charge in terms of the position vector. Okay, next move to the topic electric potential at a point due to group of charges. In real situation, we don't have a single charges, but we have a large number of the charges. We have group of charges. So what to do? So electric potential at a point due to group of charges. Now students, what we are given? A very simple. Let us say Q1, Q2, Q3. We are having n charges and our target is to calculate the electric potential at a point P. Let's assume that distance between Q1 and P is R1, distance between Q2 and P is R2, distance between Q3 and P is R3, and the distance between Q and P is Rn. My target is to calculate the electric potential at P due to group of charges. Remember, to calculate the electric potential at point P, there is a very important assumption that we have also done in the previous topic, that electric potential at the point P due to Q1 charge. Can you tell me what will be electric potential at the point P due to Q1 charge? It will be K Q1 upon R1. But there is no change in its value although other charges are present. So what does it mean? Electric potential at a point P remains unaffected due to the presence of the other charges. Whether there is a single charge Q1 or there are large number of the charges, but the electric potential at P due to this Q1 charge, it will remain K Q1 by R1. It will not change. Now, electric potential due to Q2 charge, K Q2 by R2. Electric potential due to Q3 charge, K Q3 by R3. And electric potential due to NS charge is K Qn by Rn. Right? Now, what is the total electric potential? Total electric potential can be given by finding the scalar sum. Because electric potential is a scalar quantity, it has no direction. So, if I want to calculate the electric potential at a point P, I have to add these. So, it is equal to the algebraic sum of the individual electric potentials. So, what is V1? V1 is K Q1 by R1, K Q2 by R2, K Q3 by R3 plus K Qn by Rn. So take K common, Q1 upon R1 plus Q2 upon R2, Q3 upon R3 plus Qn upon Rn. So if you calculate this, use the summation sigma notation. Qi by Ri, I varies from 1 to n. So this is the electric potential at a point due to a group of charges. Now we did a very important concept. That concept is of electric dipole. What is the electric dipole? All of you can define. Electric dipole. Di means two, pole means polarity. So you can say a system of equal and opposite charges. Let us say here there is a minus q charge and here I am having a plus q charge. Let's say minus q charge is placed at A and minus plus q charge is placed at B. What we did? We have taken the separation between these charges as 2A. If C is the midpoint and dipole length, this dipole length equals to 2A, then AC will be A and BC will be also A. Now, what I have to calculate? Electric potential due to dipole at axial point. All of you know about axial line? So, let's say my target is to calculate the electric potential at axial line. This line is axial line. It is a line which join the center of two equal and opposite charges. Now, if I say that P is a point here such that the distance between the center of the dipole and that point is R, right? Now, I have to calculate the electric potential at point P. How can I calculate? I think all of you know. Here R. Can you tell me what is BP? It will be PC equal to R minus PC equal to A. So it will be PC minus BC, and this is R minus A, BP. And what about AP? AP, it equals to PC plus CA, R plus A. Right? Now, electric potential at P due to plus Q charge. This is V1 K Q1 upon distance. What is the distance of plus Q charge? BP. So what is BP? It equals to K. BP is R minus A. Right? Now, electric potential at P due to minus Q charge, it is V2, it equals to minus K Q2 divided by distance. And what is the distance between minus Q charge and P? That is AP. And what is AP? R plus A. Here R plus A. Now, total potential at P, it will be V1 plus V2. And what is V1? K Q upon R minus A plus, here it is minus K Q divided by R plus A. So instead of writing this, I am writing directly minus K Q divided by R plus A. So what is this? KQ is common, 1 upon R minus A minus 1 upon R plus A. Can you calculate this? Very simple. What will be the LCM? R minus A multi into में R plus A, R square minus A square. So R plus A, here minus sign, minus R minus A. Can you open this? Can you solve this? Yes. This R, they would be cancelled because equal and opposite. So this V total potential is K Q 2A divided by R square minus A square. Now all of you know what is 2AQ? This is dipole moment. This is the dipole moment. Right? So what can I say? Not V is directly proportional to P if distance is constant. P is dipole moment, it's in numerator. Second is if R is much greater than A, then I can neglect A. So what will be electric potential? K Q upon R square. It is a K P upon R square. So I can say that V is inversely proportional to R square if P is constant. Can you draw the graph? I think you can draw the graph very easily. This graph will be this. Here V and here P, and what is constant? R is constant. What about this graph? V R, it is inversely proportional. Here I am taking P constant. Right? So this is the case of electric potential due to a dipole at axial point. Next is electric potential due to a dipole at equatorial point. What is equatorial line? Equatorial line, all of you know, it is the perpendicular bisector of a given line. No, here let me write here equatorial point. Let us say we are having a dipole minus q charge, and here point B plus q charge. On A minus q, on B we have placed a plus q, and the separation between these charges is 2a. Let's see is the midpoint. Now this line is the equatorial line. If I consider point P here, alright, now what will be AP? Let us say CP is given R, AC is A, it will be root of R square plus A square. Similarly BP, it will be also root of A square plus R square. Right? Root of A square plus R square. Now, what is the situation? Situation is that you are given an electric dipole. I have to calculate the electric potential at a point P, which is at a distance R from the center of dipole on equatorial line. Now here CP is R, AC equals to CB equals to A. So what is AP? Under root R square plus A square or A square plus R square. Now electric potential at P due to this positive charge, formula K Q upon under root R square plus A square. And what is electric potential at point P due to minus Q charge? So this will be K, charge is minus Q, R square plus A square square root. And what is total electric potential? Sum of this. So K Q upon under root R square plus A square minus K, okay, plus K minus Q under root R square plus A square. Now these are equal and opposite. Minus plus minus. So I can write it as K Q R plus R square plus A square under root minus K Q R square plus A square. So what will be electric potential? It will be 0. What does it mean? Electric potential at any point on equatorial line of the dipole is 0. Why this is 0? It is because electric potential is a scalar quantity. If dipole moment and the distance remains the same, its magnitude also remains the same, so it is 0. Now electric potential due to a dipole at any point, just like the electric field we have done. So there are also the 3 cases here. We are going to do all the 3 cases today. Now electric potential due to a dipole at any point. Now what is the electric potential due to a dipole at any point? Let us say we are having A and we are having B. On A we place minus Q charge and on B we place plus Q charge. This all of you know. Now let us say this is the line joining this, and C point is the midpoint and point where we have to calculate electric field. This point is P and this point is lying here, such that the distance of this point from the center of dipole is R, and it makes an angle theta with the direction of dipole moment. I have to calculate electric potential at point P. How can I calculate the electric potential at point P? Now join PB. Let us say this distance is R1 and join AP. This distance is R2. This angle is theta. So what will be this angle? 180 minus theta. Linear pair, and total angle on a straight line is always 180 degree. So that's why this angle is 180 minus theta. Now I have to calculate the electric potential in terms of R P theta. Can you calculate? Very simple. Okay, let's calculate. Now, electric potential at P due to plus Q charge, how much it will be? Let us say equals to V1 equals to K Q by R1, because this distance is R1, Q is the charge. Similarly, electric potential at point P, what does it represent? Electric potential at point P due to minus Q charge, what it will be? Minus K Q by R2. Now total electric potential, it will be V1 plus V2. Just put up the values, K Q by R1 minus K Q by R2, K Q common, 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. Any doubt in this? I have just put up the values just like in the previous expressions. Now here, what is the problem? R1 and R2 are not given. I am given R2 mean R, theta and P. Nothing else I'm given. So let's check it out how we can solve this. You have done in grade 11 in trigonometry that this is a triangle ABC. The side opposite to A is angle A is A. This side is B. This side is C. Now there is relation between these sides A, B, C. What is that relation? Relation is A square equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos of A. Another you can say B square equals to C square plus A square minus 2CA cos B. If this is A, this is also A. This is B, this is also B. And C square equals to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. So let me try to use this cosine law. And what this is called? This is called cosine law. How can I do this cosine law? Okay. My target is to calculate R1. Now, in triangle PBC, I have to calculate R1. R1 square equals to R square plus A square. Square of two sides. Let us say this side is also A, this is also A. R1 square plus A 1 square. R square plus A square minus 2A R. And what is the angle opposite to this R1? Theta. So here cos theta. Right? I have used this. What do you do? Divide and multiply this whole expression with R square and R square. Minus 2AR cos theta. Now, if you will solve this, what you will get? R square plus R square plus A square by R square minus 2AR upon R square cos theta multiplied by R square. Now, since dipole is a short, what does it mean? A is much smaller than R, so what can I do? I can neglect. Why I can neglect this? Because A is much smaller than R. So I can write R square by R square 1 R get cancelled minus 2A by R cos theta multiplied by R square. Right? Therefore, if I say what is R, taking square root on both the sides, this R, its square root is R, and whatsoever is left, let its power be half. If I say what is R inverse, it is also R to the power minus 1. 1 minus 2A by R cos theta power minus half. Minus half because its power was, this was r, so r minus 1, taking its inverse, so I have to take inverse of all the terms. Now again using binomial theorem. What is binomial theorem? 1 minus x to the power minus n, it is 1 plus nx if magnitude of x is very, very small. So what can I write here? I can write here as r inverse 1 plus 2a by r cos theta. This 2 get cancelled. So 1 plus a by r cos of theta. So I can write 1 by r1 equals to 1 by r plus 1 plus a by r cos theta. Now there is a very beautiful word in mathematics, also in physics, that beautiful word is similarly. No need to do these calculations again. Just write the word similarly. Similarly, 1 over r2, it will be equal to 1 by r because r is same whether this or this. 1 constant term plus a upon r, a and r, here is a, here is a, cos is constant. In place of theta there is 180 minus theta. So I can write 1 by r, 1, and cos is negative in second quadrant, 180 minus theta second quadrant. So 1 minus a upon r cos theta. Right? Now put these in this one. If we put up in this one, what we get? V equals to k q. In place of 1 by r1, I will write this 1 by r multiplied by 1 plus a by r cos theta. And what about in place of 1 by r2, I will write this minus 1 upon r, 1 minus a by r cos theta. Now 1 by r, this one get cancelled. So what we get? V equals to k q multiplied by 1 by r, it is a by r cos theta minus minus plus a by r cos theta. So it will be 2a cos theta by r. So what is the answer? K 2aq cos theta by r square. And what is 2aq? It is p. So I can say V equals to p cos theta k divided by r square. So in this way we can calculate the electric potential at point P due to this dipole. Alright, due to this dipole we can calculate the electric potential at point P. Now let me rub a little bit of this. if I say not number 1 and equatorial point theta is 90 degree, so therefore, and cos 90 is 0, so V is 0, and at axial point theta is 0, therefore V equals to Kp by r square, because cos 0 is 1. So on the basis of this we can do. Now remember these two lectures, so next time we will do lots of the questions which are based on these concepts, typical questions as well as conceptual questions. Make these notes. Thank you and have a nice day.